Hey everyone, it's Dylan with SeaTee Aquatics, and today we're talking about Powerheads. In our reef tank, flow is super important. We've talked about that in a previous video, which you can find here. In order to create flow in our reef tank, there's two main devices that we're going to use. The return pump from our sump or filter, and the other one is going to be Powerheads. Depending on the size of your tank is going to determine the number of Powerheads that you need and the total flow rate, as well as the coral and fish that you keep in the tank will also help to determine whether or not a specific Powerhead will be good or not. With that being said, the Powerhead piece of equipment comes in a few different varieties. The three main types are your standard AC pump, a controllable DC pump, and gyre pumps. Now, the main two types are AC and DC pumps, and the main difference between the two is the way they are powered. AC pumps typically have a plug that go right into the wall. They have one set speed, and as soon as you plug them in, they turn on and have a continuous flow. They also tend to be the cheapest option, as they are the easiest to make. The second type of Powerhead are the DC controllable pumps. These tend to be a little bit more expensive than the AC pumps, but for a good reason. One, they typically have some sort of DC converter so that the AC power from your wall is then converted into the DC current that can be controlled from the controller that also typically comes with these types of pumps. As stated, they are controllable, so some of them have a knob where you can simply adjust the speed. Other ones will connect to an app and you can have control over the type of flow that it has in the system. So not just continuous, but you could have something that pulsates. You can set a schedule so that it turns off for feedings, and you can do a lot more with these pumps than you can with a typical AC pump. Typically, both AC and DC pumps tend to shoot water out in a jet type stream, but the design of the end of the pump can help to deflect the water to varying angles and degrees. Having a different flow rate from something like a DC pump can create random flow through the tank, which tends to be healthier for coral. But as stated, both types, AC and DC, tend to shoot water out more in a jet stream in a circular type pattern, whether it's a wide angle or a short angle, which leads us to our final type of pump, which are the gyre pumps. Now, although they do make AC gyre pumps, typically gyre pumps fall into the DC category where they are controllable. The difference between a gyre powerhead and a typical powerhead is the method of which it moves water. Gyres use two horizontal type fan blades that shoot water in a sheet rather than shooting it in a cylindrical or conical type flow pattern. This means you can get superior water movement across the surface of your tank without the pump sucking in a lot of air. This is also useful in creating a type of convection current in the tank, as having the sheet of water go across the top of the tank, when it then hits the end, the flow is going to move down and come back around and create a circular pattern in the tank, meaning all of the water is always going to be cycling through the system, helping to eliminate dead spots. You can also put a gyre pump vertically in the tank depending on the shape and style of your system. Personally, I've done this in a peninsula style tank where I didn't have much room at the back of the tank at the top because of the overflow box, and in trying to avoid putting any pumps anywhere on the tank other than the back wall, I used a gyre on one side to help create flow around the entire rockwork of the tank. With that being said, the DC pumps tend to have much more controllability and options, but you can still always go with an AC pump and it will get the job done. Hope you enjoyed what you saw in today's video, and remember, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications to join us on our journey through the sea. Or drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of the video. Thanks for watching.